Welcome to what is my everyday carry. Now, in today's video, as the title would suggest, I'm just going to be discussing what I carry on me pretty much every single day. So I'll give you a rundown of the basic stuff that will always be on me, and then some of the extras that you'll find that I'll be carrying, let's say, when we're out traveling, wanting to go do things, or let's say, going out for an actual day out where I want to bring a little bit more equipment than just my basics. The first thing to talk about right off the bat is going to be the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I've got it in a D brand Ali Abdaal case. Personally, I really like this case. However, I am kind of getting tempted to just take the case off, start using it without it. I've got phone insurance. I don't really care at this point. Like, who cares? Might as well. But at the same time, I feel like this is the longest I've ever had a phone in a case. And it feels great for the fact that, one, I really like the grip on it. I don't like the grip of the standard iPhone, so it at least gives me that. But yeah, all round, this phone, absolutely great. I've made a video about it, so I'm not exactly going to delve really into depth about it. The only real things that I end up using it for is the obvious, so browsing social media. And then outside of that, the camera on this thing is absolutely great. However, it's not the only camera I use. Then outside of that, all the rest of the basics are going to be my car keys, which I intend to make a video talking about my car in the future as a year later sort of thing since getting the car. And then as well as that, I end up having this Minimal Designs wallet, which is my own personal one. So if you are interested, make sure to go check it out down below. Genuine leather, really great quality. It's honestly been battered quite a few times just from throwing it around and it just being scraped up against my keys and so on. It has all of my cards in it right at the top here. I then have things like my gym membership in the back and then my driver's license on the inside. This thing, really great quality, would highly recommend if any of you are interested. Outside of that, I obviously have my Gen 1 AirPods. I pretty much carry these with me most of the time. Obviously, on basic drives, dropping, like for example, dropping my girlfriend off to work, don't really need to. However, I wear these all the time for things like the gym, and as well as that if I'm going for a walk, just to get some fresh air. Then actually on my body, I end up having the Apple Watch, and then also watches in general. I'm more of a watch person than I am a smartwatch person. I'm not a big fan of smartwatches in general. However, I've been trying to get into using the Apple Watch a bit more, trying to take my tech a little bit more seriously, and also using it to track things like better step counts and so on, because pretty much I don't like carrying my phone on me all the time. I like being able to just go for a walk, have this, and not have to bother with my phone. However, like I said, I'm not a massive smartwatch person, and I do have a few watches. I have about 7, I believe, and then the main one that I always wear, which is one that I purchased for myself, and it's the only other watch that I've purchased for myself. So I've bought 2 for myself. All the others have been gifts for birthdays or Christmas presents, which is this Seiko watch here. I absolutely love this thing. This is like my go-to watch. Absolutely, just honestly, I love the look of it. It's a sports watch. You got the red ring on the outside. I don't know if it's going to pick it up properly, as you can see there. It's got the indigo or like really nice blue face on it. And then, yeah, as you can see, it just looks really nice. I personally think that it actually looks better than many of like watches that I've seen that are like absurd amounts of money. This thing cost me £400 at the time, but you can buy this thing now for like 300, 250. So I'd highly recommend it if you're looking for a really just nice, stylish watch. And then outside of that, I've got this one here. This is a Thomas Sabo, I believe. That's the name of it on there. But yeah, as you can see, pretty nice, like really just pretty beautiful blue, to be honest, and it just works well with just your basic outfits. And then yeah, outside of that, I've got a few others. I've got a Fossil watch, Hugo Boss. I've got 2 Emporio Armani watches that are nice. They aren't necessarily like again, none of these watches are particularly expensive. I'm not someone who like owns a big, like massive watch. I'd love to one day, however, can't afford it. So settle for these that look good and are cheap at the same time. But yeah, all round, I would highly recommend a watch. I just think they're nicer to wear than these. They also look so much better with so many different outfits. Then you've got a bracelet, which sadly, the one that I actually have is broken. So I'm going to just show you a rough idea of what my girlfriend's one is like, because it has the same sort of rocks at the front here. I wear this almost all the time, or at least I was before it broke. Currently, we're in the processes of trying to rebuild it. I would show you, however, trying to get the bit of string up is a bit annoying. As you can see here, for example, here is 3 of the little beads that are a part of it. Pretty much half of the actual bracelet is currently in the grass in the garden somewhere that we're trying to hunt down. So, trying to find it. Hopefully we will, as it's something that's really sentimental to me. It's one of 2 bracelets that me and my girlfriend bought when we were in Iceland, which is our first trip away together. So I really do want to find it. Hopefully we do, and then rebuild it from scratch only broke because I threw a ball a little bit too aggressively and it just completely snapped the wire. Don't know why, bit annoying. I then have 3 last items that are a part of my everyday carry, which one of them is my journal, which may sound like a really random thing to have as an everyday carry. I pretty much carry this around with me everywhere. For example, if I'm waiting for my girlfriend to finish from work, I'll drive there, be there probably about 10-15 minutes beforehand, and I'll go sit outside where she is and I'll just sit and journal. As I don't really care, to be honest, of what people think about it. I just like sitting with my journal, writing in it. I'll go sit in the garden. I'll take it with me everywhere. When we go traveling, it'll be with me. And whenever we do pretty much anything, that means that if I have a random thought, I'll bring it with me. It'll sit in the car. It's just something that if I need to, I can write, I can think. And it just gives me that space to be able to do so on the go. And it actually be in something that's really nice. I'll put it down in the description below. Really nice quality notebook, and it costs like £15. Really great stuff. Then second to last is going to be the iPad mini, which is this one here, which has got my script on it as well. Not really script, more bullet point script. But yeah, that one there is something that I pretty much carry along with me everywhere. As I mentioned within my travel bag video, I pretty much use this to edit all of my photos when we are traveling. As to be honest, there's no point of lugging around the even more expensive laptop when I can just take this. It cost me like £450, I believe, at the time, and does the job well, edits photos well, and it means that I don't have to risk losing anything that's extremely expensive and not covered by insurance, so there's no point in me taking it. I absolutely love this thing as well. Really nice, really portable, literally fits in every single one of my pockets. Really surprising. I would love them to just release a foldable phone that is just this size that folds out. It'd be absolutely amazing to me. And then the last one is going to be this camera, which I'm recording on now. Sadly, I can't show it to you. But yeah, it is the Canon ESO RP. I've spoken about this many times in the past. I've also made an entire video discussing this camera at length. So if you are interested in that, go check that video out. But yeah, absolutely amazing camera. It's what I used for photography for quite a while. And I am contemplating jumping back into the photography business at some point in the future, maybe. But after I shoot my sister's wedding in like a year's time. So yeah, it'll be quite a while before I do so, but I'm getting a new camera soon, so stay tuned for a video about that. Anyway, that is my everyday carry. I know it's not tons of stuff. I'm not like someone who's going to be telling you about how I carry around loads of tech stuff with me. Literally, I have my phone, my AirPods, I'll take my camera with me to like various different places. My iPad will come with me when traveling, and if we're going to like out for a day and we just need something that we can quickly edit photos on the go, let's say in the car. And then outside of that, like I said, journal, watches, that sort of thing. I'm not necessarily someone who's extravagant when it comes to having like, oh, I have all these different tech things that I need to show you for my everyday carry because I'm cool and I have my little pocket knives and stuff. I don't. So no point of showing it off. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, do subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.